Go.
Greetings all, Shane Bruce, Restomod Daisy, and today's video is going to be titled Parts-A-Palooza. Yeah, you're looking at the biggest collection of Daisy parts I've ever received in one box, and they've come from this guy, Tony McDaniel, TMACS airgun service, all the way up there in Newton, North Carolina. And you can see he's got a phone number. You can call him up. Let me tell you, though, he's a one-man shop just like I am. Ain't got no support, so he's a busy, busy fella. On the card there, you'll notice that there is a website, there is an email. I will include those links in the description of this video once we get it published. Super nice guy. Super nice guy. Same category of person as I am. Older fella. Got a business. Got more business than he can handle. Get to it when he can. Also works on Benjamins, Sheridans, and Cross. Font of knowledge. Guy blows me away. Anyway, we had a convo. He was telling me he liked my channel. He likes what I do. So he sent me a bunch of stuff to help me do more, to help get more guns up and running. And we're going to take a look at the stuff he sent me. It's cool. Let's start down here. Check this stuff out. That is a Daisy 1894 carbine buttstock emblem. Now this is one of those real thin pieces that is self-adhesive, which is why you don't see them on the guns often, because the glue wears out. Here's one you've seen. If you've got a 99, you've seen one of these on a 99. These little guys were for the Wells Fargo 1894 commemorative they did. This is a hefty challenge coin, Daisy coin, Red Rider, the 1980 50-year anniversary medallion. Down here we have the Texas Ranger star and a couple of belt buckles. Really cool. This has got a Century model on it, and that celebrates the Red Rider. There's old Red himself on the horse. You can see a little more detail on this than you can on the guns, of course, because it's a nice cast brass device. It was built by those cats in Boston, so that's the people who did the contract work. Over here is something that I've never seen before. This is, I've seen plenty of Model 25 pump arms. This is the only one I've ever seen with the factory case hardened color on it. Yeah, take a look at that. I mean, the early guns had this, and they didn't do this process on the later guns, but that's genuine factory case hardening. Now, how they got that done on thin wall steel like this is a mystery to me, but I gotta say, I'd like to see that done some more. That is a sharp, sharp looking piece of steel. Anyway, Model 25 pump arm, case hardened. As we continue our cruise, we'll move up here. A couple of examples of 105 buck style, 102, 101, 103, post 78 abutments. A couple of new ones. Of course, we got tons of those laying around the shop. And this next bit, these are all straight lever, high pivot guns, so they're post Rogers Arkansas guns. But I never knew that Daisy made these many colors. Look at this. We got a olive drab one. We got a blue one. We got the high polish 3-star. We've got a black 3-star. The gold 3-star I've seen before on other guns. We just recently had a gun that was gold finished but didn't have the appropriate lever. And then the metal current issue plated leather, metal current issue straight lever, and a current issue, no, hold on, that's the original Daisy levers, and of course some plastic ones. And let's roll over here to another odd part that you probably have never seen complete. This is the device that goes in the Daisy pop guns, the ricochet rifle. This is what makes the sound. It somehow makes when you cock the gun and fire it. Never seen one complete. I've seen some of the hulls, but I've never seen the little diaphragm on it. And there you go, 3 of those rascals. That's an original new old stock Daisy part. Let's roll over this way. And you may ask yourself a question, and it's a good question. Where did Tony get all of these old Daisy parts? Well, he was part of the secondary buyout of the primary buyout of the Daisy old stock when Daisy decided to discontinue support for previously manufactured guns. This happened sometime in the late 60s, early 70s. The original buyers, 4 of them, pooled their resources and bought every single part Daisy had in the warehouse. They broke it up into 4 regional repair depots and fixed Daisies with parts from Daisy's new old stock Daisy products. Well, this went on for a couple of decades, and then Tony got involved with another friend of his that's in the airgun game in South Carolina, and bought out one of the 4 guys that got the original load of stuff. Now, he's a little uncertain as to just how much stuff he actually has, because he's a one-man shop. You know, it's boxes of stuff. I got to get myself up there and take a look and take a peek. So, what I'm trying to tell you is, if you've got a requirement for, I don't know, a rear sight assembly that would have went on like a Daisy Model 90 or any of the other wide bodies sports-derized versions, you might want to give them a call. Complete assemblies, partial assemblies, same as far as older spring stops. Of course, now the modern $105 spring stop will sub for these. This is for a Model 25. Some of the other types of unobtainium he's got are the small tiny screws that are used to set the flip peeps in their sight bench. Where's that little bag of screws? That's, here we are. These, I don't even want to take them out of the bag, but there you go. See that? That is an elevator screw for a lot of different small frame daisies. Partially threaded, got a little post and a little stop there. They drop into the top of the receiver, and that's what allows you to elevate and raise up and lower the rear side assembly on guns that are equipped with these. These you cannot find. Now, Russ over at Daisy Lever Gun Fun has fabricated these from time to time, but it is a pain in the buttocks there. It's not something you want to take on a daily basis. He's probably got some more of these. So you might want to give him a buzz if you're looking for that. Another good example is rear sight assembly for the Defender series guns with the elevator spring, the rear sight ramp, and check this out. This is actually a little rivet that you would use to install the gun on the or the sight on the mount on the frame. Not threaded. It's a little rivet. You tap it and blazing off you go. Got parts like that. Of course, he's got current production stuff. He's got the old slotted tip screws in good nick. He's got the current production Phillips heads, and he's got some of the production Phillips heads that were commonly used in the 60s on the guns. They are slightly flattened. They look a little different. Felt wipers, not just the foam, felt wipers. It's a pretty good improvement over the product that you get on the gun today. Variety of different barrel bands, takedown screws for Model 25s. Here's something. It's the only one I've ever seen. This is a Daisy factory cork gun adapter. You just put that in your gun and you can shoot BBs or corks. Ain't that cool?
That's fun.
I didn't know they made that. Model 99 peep sights, and they are elevation adjustable. Really cool little sight, by the way. Look at that. They even give you indexes there. And because it has a slot, you can adjust the windage as well. It's a neat sight. Here is, I believe, this goes on a targeteer pistol. I really couldn't tell you, but I'm thinking that's what that's for. And here's another one of those unobtainium parts. This is an adjustable front sight for the first version Model 25. You know, you could move the front sight left and right on the Model 25, the first version they built.
Oh, that's fun.
Really cool. A couple of old style Daisy air tubes, more Model 25 parts. Old style bottle cap tips. Now these are pretty freaking rare. I mean, I've taken a few off old guns, but I've never seen one that hadn't been installed. Triggers out the wazoo. More nuts and bolts. Let's see here. I don't really know what these are for. I think it's probably a Daisy pistol part. I really couldn't tell you. Here we have short pins, and then we have longer pins. And of course, we've got the washer that goes behind the compression cups. He's got some large frame, or large seal sets with the abutment seal. That's a very rare part. Daisy does not offer that anymore. And Model 25 stuff. And Model 25 stuff, and another unknown part. I don't know what that fits. Metal butt plates for your Model 25s. If it had a metal butt plate, Another unobtainium part. This is in fact an air tube for a 107. And that has been, we've had questions on that in the past. How long is the air tube for the 107? Well, if we get that question again, we can answer it. Check this out. Back in the day, post 78, Daisy offered bits and pieces so that if your trigger broke, you could fix it. They don't do that anymore. So here's some Model 25 triggers. You can tell because the shape of the trigger is slightly different, and you got these wings. So I'm thinking that's from Model 25. These would fit small frame Daisies, Red Riders, Bucks, anything in the genre that was produced when the plastic triggers were adopted. Got a variety of Daisy springs in various lengths, various densities, and various coil counts. I'll have to do some investigations on those and determine just what exactly the hell they would be fitted into. This is something you can buy today from Daisy. The loading gate. A couple of old school plunger assemblies. I don't know what they are sized for, but looking at the seal, I'm thinking that's Model 25. Notice the heavy, feltish, cottonish looking wiper on that. That's a pretty significant wiper. And then, of course, we got forearms and stuff. Don't know what this fits something. It might be a Crosman part. Who knows? I mean, the guy's got tons and tons and tons of stuff. So before we run off, once again, this Parts-A-Palooza presentation was enabled by Tony at TMACS Airgun Service up in North Carolina. You got the web address there. It'll be in the comment sections when we get done here. Hell of a good guy. Do business with him. But, oh, and one other thing. Last item. Do you know that Daisy actually had a multi-tool?
That's cute.
How about that? You know, I didn't take it out of the wrapper. I'm going to stick it back in the bag. I think that's something they should stick in every gun. Nice to have a tool. So that's all we've got today for you, kids. Tons and tons of parts. Tony's, available. He could be hard to get to because he's one guy. But be patient. Send him an email. See if you've got a need. I'm pretty sure he can help you out. This is Shane Bruce with Restomod Daisy signing off.